Hi, Sharon Durbin Graves, Painting with Acrylics 101.com from my studio here in Kentucky. And today we're painting some lilacs or lavender because they're very, very similar. They both have that kind of swooping cone shape that has a curve to it. So we're going to work on that today. I have several different brushes that I'm going to show you with today. Now this is from my decorative painting days, and this is a scruffy brush by Donna Dewberry, and it is her largest one, and I have looked all over the place for this to buy another one, and I can't find them anywhere. But I can, this is a medium-sized scruffy brush, and I can find it. So we are, and it is by Plaid. It's a one-stroke Donna Dewberry scruffy brush, okay? Now, I also have out my, and this is a Jerry Yarnell brush. It is a natural bristle brush, and I've used it for 20 years, I think. And so we're going to look at a couple of different ways to do this. I have a palette out that just has purple and white. We're only doing the flower part. So the first thing you do, that I'm going to do here, I'm going to put where I want my lavender or lilacs. There we go. So one's gonna come that way, and we're just gonna make three that sort of come out here like this. Okay, now I'm gonna do one with each brush, and you're gonna see that you can achieve an effect with almost any of these. Now, a synthetic flat brush is probably not going to go for you. So these are called scruffy brushes because they are rough. So if you've got an old cruddy brush that is all splayed out, by all means, use it. Okay, so let's try with the big scruffy brush first. Now, the very first thing you do is you tap your brush in the water and you tap it off on the paper towel. Now, because this is such a big brush, it holds tons of water. So you want to get most of that water out. Okay, so I've just tapped it in the water and I am tapping it off on the paper towel. I still want that oddball shape, okay, but I don't want too much water in there. The reason I want water is to pick up the acrylic paint better. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm on the side of the brush and I'm picking it up. I'm just pouncing it on there. Now I'm going to turn the brush and get some white on there. I don't want too much white in the beginning, but I need a little bit. White makes this transparent paint opaque, so you can't see through it. Okay, so we're going to come here. Now you have to decide where your light is coming from. Okay, so I'm going to have my light coming from here. So the darker part of the flower will be under here and the lighter part will be there. So I need that brush to be going with the darker part down. Okay, so now you can see if I keep going along in that line, I have to get up on a point edge to get a point of the flower. Okay, now what I don't like is it's so same is the only word I can think of. There's not enough difference. So I'm going to bring some of that dark back in here. I'm just popping it in a little bit. Okay, now I like the way that looks better. I'm going to bring a little more. See how it's like halfway? I really kind of want it more than halfway. There, now I've got some real good dark. Now I'm going to pick up some more of that white, and I'm only working on that white side. And I'm just going to pop in some of that. Okay, so you saw that my brush kind of moved around. If you keep your brush in the same holding it the same way all the time, you will get something very stiff looking that looks like soldiers. So let's try the next brush. Okay, so now I'm going to try the medium-sized scruffy brush. I'm tapping it in the water, I'm tapping it off on the paper towel, and again I'm going to pick up some of that purple. That's dioxazine purple and titanium white. And I'm just gonna pounce it in there so it gets into the brush good. Okay, so now on this one here, again, the light's coming from here, so I want the dark part underneath. I'm going to show you what happens when you go too much in the same direction, okay? So if I held this brush the same way, now I have to get up on that point edge to get a point on the flower. I can't hold it flat, but it just looks so same. It looks so, I don't know, like a soldier. I really don't know how to explain it other than that. But I do like this here where the light comes in. Oh, I got it really tamped in there. Where this light is over this dark, that really gives you some depth. Now I'm going to come back here with my brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. Okay. And now I'm going to even go out. Now if you lose all your dark, you can always come back and put it back in there. Okay. Just get up on that point. These look very similar because they're both this kind of brush. Now I'm coming back with my natural bristle brush. This is a small one. I could use a larger one. This will look different. It will not be as easy, but it's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to put the purple over here. I'm going to add a little white to it for the opaqueness of it. And I'm going to come along in here and I'm just tapping. I can make it as wide as I want. And I'm turning that brush in lots of different ways. Just picking up some more of that purple. I'm turning it in lots of different ways. Coming right down. I flipped my brush there to use the paint on the other side. Okay, so now I've got plenty of purple in my brush. I'm just trying to mix it in there. Now I'm going to come in. I've got a true lavender here. And I'm just going to tap it in. Now this time I'm just going to add the white, and I'm not going to mix because I've already got a lot of paint in there. Now I'm just picking up some more of that white. I want to get this one here definitely over top of that one. So it needs to be lighter right there. And if you'll use some light pressure out here, you'll get some wispy looking things. Just again, picking up some more of that white. Light pressure. Pressure and values. That's where all of this comes together. Okay, now you can see all three different types. You see where they come over each other, how important that light color is right there in order to get that depth. But the lavender or lilacs themselves don't look very much different. Now, you could come back in and put in a few petals to make it maybe, I don't know, maybe look more realistic. To me, it starts going into that decorative painting genre there, and then it's hard to stop. Okay. So once you put in a few, it's like, oh, well, I need some over here, and I need some over here. And pretty soon you've covered the whole thing up, and then it starts to look a little stiff. So I love the way these go on naturally with the wider scruffy brush, which I cannot find on the internet anywhere. It went on just like slicker than anything. It's so quick. This one here with the natural bristle brush took a little more effort and a little more practice, but that's a good thing because practice is really where you improve. So anyway, I hope that this has made some sense, and that you see that you have options. You can achieve the same effect with different kinds of brushes. So have a great day. Let's paint together real soon.